What do you think about having a live band at Election Day? Or at Election Night?
Alive! Woo! Congressman! Woo!
How are you? Good to see you. Thank you. It's good to be here. Good being here. I know you met me. Jones Church Farm.
Act like your house is hot.
Good!
We're going to go after in 2 years. We're going to beat her too.
Yeah!
My name's Cameron Sexton. Thank you all for coming out and showing up. We're going to have a few speakers, and we're going to have some good news. But first, someone who I've known for a very, very long time. We go back in politics, way back to the income tax battles back in the day. He is now the chairman of the state Republican Party and my good friend, Scott Golden.
Thanks everybody for taking their afternoon off. This is stop one. Everything begins in Knoxville. I think everybody here agrees. Plus we've got pieces of the goalposts on the bus, so we're trying to get out of town as quickly as we can. Want to thank Buddy Burkhart, party chairman here in Knox County, for showing up. Congressman Rhodes' office is here as well. Raise your hand. Hugh Burrell, Brian Hornbeck, thank you for you guys' service to the Republican Party. Everybody grab these band signs. You guys know it is early voting season. You're here, you care. Make sure you tell somebody else today to remind them to get out and vote. And if we do that, we're going to be successful. We're going to get the best delegation in all of Tennessee reelected. So thank you for being here today. First stop of many. Go with us if you can. We'd love to have you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next up, we hear all the time West Tennessee is not Republican. So we brought a Republican to East Tennessee to prove that there are Republicans in West Tennessee. None other than Congressman David Prescott.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We are red in West Tennessee, but it's great to be here in Knox County. This is the very first stop of the bus tour is in Knox County. And it's a great place to start. You know this, we're 15 days away from the election. We've got to elect Donald Trump as the next president of the United States. Now I'm going to tell you, there's some young people in this crowd, there's some old people in this crowd, frankly. Whether you're young or you're old, this is the most important election of your lifetime. And it's not even close. What I'm convinced, by the way, we need to get Tim Burchett back in the House also. Where'd Tim go?
He's taking a selfie.
Hey, you're taking a selfie, I'm talking about you. If Trump wins, we flip the Senate, we keep the House. We need to run the trifecta. So my challenge to y'all, for federal, state, local, let's not leave anything on the table. Reach out to 10 of your friends, your family, people you work with, people you go to church with. Make sure they go vote. Let's not be complacent. Let's work this, because we can still say this in this country. May God bless you all. May God bless the United States of America. Thank you all very much.
They are red in West Tennessee. We just got to get a little bit more red. There's little blue pockets. Next up is someone that I have known for a couple of decades. Doesn't seem that long, but it's been a long time. He's been a good friend. He's a great representative. I knew him when he was in the state house, and he went to the state senate, when he was county mayor, and now he's in Congress. And he comes from a fine family, and his parents were the best people. Some of my parents here, they're not better than my parents because they're here too. But his parents are very good. It's my pleasure to introduce your Congressman, Tim Burchett. Thank you, Steve. I'll be very brief. I know everybody showed up and said, "What's this bus doing in my parking spot? I gotta get a chili dog," and that's my exact thoughts. And nobody wants to hear me because you can hear me about 4 days of the week sitting right in there. But it is great to be here. Alan Ritchie, Ball Market. There's nothing more American than that. Matter of fact, I announced I was running for Congress right over there in that shady spot. So, look, this election's for everything. The group in Washington that wants to run your life wants to destroy everything we hold near and dear to our hearts. They want to take that flag, they want to take our veterans, they want to take our Lord, they want to throw all that away. They want us all under one little content little group that just says yes and no. Tennessee, that doesn't work very well, you know. Please do not take this election. This is for everyone. This is the one that everybody will look back at history and say, what in the world were we thinking? Or you took our country back. I hope on election day, about 8:15, I get the call and they say, Merchant, we took our country back. I always try to introduce somebody that was pivotal in my life, and my wife and daughter are not here, but I noticed in the crowd we have a VIP, Mr. Halloran Hilton Hill. When I was at a point in my life where nobody would give me a leg up, I was getting beat up pretty bad. He put me on a little known thing called talk radio. And if it hadn't been for Hal, I would not be standing here right now. Thank you, I appreciate you. Let's take our country back, folks. Next up, there's a very important race in Knox County where the other side is putting all their forces. They're trying to go after this one person. They're trying to get one seat. And so we're going to do everything, and we have been doing everything we can to defend it, to make sure that we return her, to make sure that we keep her in the House, because she's a fine lady. My pleasure to introduce your state representative, Elaine Davis.
You know, I don't know about you, but I am so blessed that I get to call my home Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
And I am so blessed that I get to serve with these men and women that understand the values that we have, and they put them into policy, and they want to protect and preserve your individual rights, your freedoms, be able to start a business, own a home, protect your children at school, let your girls play sports with girls, make sure that we protect their mind and what they're reading, that they get a good education, that they're safe in their community. We invest in our law enforcement, and I don't know about you, but that's all we need, except for the good Lord. And I am grateful that we have the ability in our country to say that Jesus is King. It is an honor for me to serve him in this capacity, and I'm asking for you to send me back to Knoxville and be that hedge of protection here in our state. So let's eat some hot dogs and chill.
Thank you, Elaine. Let me introduce some of the other state reps who are here. We have from Knox County Representative Dave Wright. Floyd County, Renee Jones. Knox County, Jessica Rafferty. And when you all think about us being pushy back against the woke left, these are the people who are doing it. And I will say this, my new definition of how conservative the state of Tennessee is not how red we vote. It is in heart. It's how many times the ACLU sues the state of Tennessee. Let me just tell you, the amount of lawsuits that we're having, we're doing something right. And we're doing what the Trump fancy ticket wants to do. Don't forget about voting for Marcia. Come. We don't want the other person there for sure. Let me just say this. This is what's important for our country and our state. Because you have one side who is wanting to destroy the foundation of what our country was founded. Destroy it through transgender reassignment surgeries. If you tell someone that they were born and they know what sex they are more than the God who put them in the womb, you're doing away with God in our country. There's only one perfect person. And when I have a dog, how many don't have dogs? Is it a they, them, it, or is it a boy, girl?
Boy, girl.
Okay, so if a dog can be a boy or girl, why cannot we be a boy or girl? Right? At the end of the day, it's about protecting what our country was founded on, the principles and everything that goes into it. And that's what we stand for. Is giving you the opportunity for religion, giving you the opportunity for success, giving you the opportunity to do what you choose. And these are the people who do it every single day. And all those crazy left people up in Washington, and these are the people who are fighting against the few Democrats we have in Nashville that we're trying to take out. And so thank you all for coming. This election is very, very important. Do not let anybody you know you're not going to vote. On Sunday in church, my pastor talked about, unfortunately, the number of Christians who do not go and vote. When you go to church on Sunday, when you go to church on Wednesday, make sure you touch base and make sure everybody in your church is going to go vote. It is important. I play sports. I'm sure y'all played sports before. And there is a mercy rule in sports. Because they're not. Except when you play Alabama. But there is a mercy rule. But in politics, there is no mercy rule. At the end of the day, it's about winning as big and as bad as you can to send a message that this is hope. And we don't want to ever give Democrats hope in the state of Tennessee. Thank you all very much.
Anybody wants to see it's on me. Just don't get a big to go. I don't get 50 to go or whatever.